Hey guys, welcome to Bike Teacher. Going to show you some tools that you're going to need, not only on the bike for your bike ride, also nice to have in your shop or garage. Stuff that's going to be handy so you can work with it and not struggle too much. So for instance, I like to have these Allen tools on hand. They come in a pack. You can get these any hardware store, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever you have in your area. But these Allen tools, I call them an Allen tool or Allen wrench. They're called Allen. They're also called hex. These have a ball end on it, so they're rounded. It allows you to get into different angles like this. So they're good for spinning screws tight or loose. This end is great for breaking it free. This end is solid, very full, more material to get into that bolt, so you're not breaking stuff or stripping things. Allen tools, good to have in the shop. Another good shop tool is the 3-way or tri-tool. This one right here has all your necessities, your 5mm, your 4, and your 6. So 4, 5, and 6 millimeters. Great tool you can put in your hand. You can get a good grip on it. You can break things free. You can put 2 hands on it, break that part free, or you can tighten it up. Just won't over tighten. So awesome tool. This tool, they actually made a holster for it. You can put it on your side. So this is my probably my #1 go-to. This one right here, just as important, just depends where you're working on the bike because you may not be able to fit this in certain tight areas. So here comes this guy. As a variety, we can go to T-handles for Allen tools. This one gives you some leverage right here, a nice handle for turning. It does have the ball end to go in at some angles so we can do quick spinning, tightening, or loosening. And this end over here, when we want to break something free or really tighten up a bolt. And it has the length. This is probably the most important thing. This is where this comes in handy is the length. So when there's a tight spot, this will work great.
What's up, Moglie? Hi.
All right, so some other tools that you probably will need, but they're not bike specific. You probably have these as regular, garage type of tools. We got screwdrivers, we got Phillips, and then we got flatheads. So one that I go to quite often is the bigger size Phillip. It's not super micro. They got one that's just a little bit tinier, definitely thinner and narrow for really tiny small screws, almost this just bigger than the screw size in your eyeglasses. Flathead I use occasionally, and trying to use it as a screwdriver, not a pry bar or a scraper. You can have an older screwdriver for something like that. Another cool tool to have is a chain checker. These come in 2 different styles. We got the CC 3.2. This is a go, no go. Or a fit, no fit. It's one piece of metal, it's sized to a certain length, and if it fits completely inside your chain, then this is time to replace, or it will tell you that you're getting close. So if it fits in the 0.75, then it's time to replace it. That's preventative maintenance. And then this one here actually gives you more of a gauge. It tells you from 2.5, which is a brand new chain, then it goes to 0.50, getting a little worn, and then 0.75, that's the time to replace it. And then we have 1.0, which is completely worn, definitely replace it. But at that time, you're also taking a chance of wearing down your cassette teeth, as well as your chain rings and everything that your chain's coming in contact with. We can start wear excess parts out. So this one gives you a pretty good idea. So if you got maybe a race coming up in 3 months, be like, okay, I got maybe 50% use on this chain. This may take me too close to the race date, and I should replace it maybe a week or 2 before my actual race. Another great tool that I like is having a chain tool. Something if you're doing regular maintenance, you probably don't need a chain tool at home unless you're replacing parts, because the chain does weave through your front derailleur and your rear derailleur, so you may have to disconnect your chain if you're installing another part. Definitely a good reason to have a chain break also is when you're time to replace your chain. Your chain is going to wear out over time, depending how much you ride it. And it's once you check it with your chain checker, you can go ahead and remove a pin, disconnect your chain, remove it from your bike, from weaving in and out of your derailleurs, and then you can replace it with a new chain, guiding your new chain in, measuring it, and then breaking the sections of chain links that you don't need, and then we reconnect the chain back together. So definitely good to have. And if it just depends how much you ride, you can replace your chain maybe maybe once every 6 months, once a year, once every 2 years. Just depends what your riding style is. But this has a nice handle on it and got some good leverage here. We can twist and break that chain free. So this is a Park Tool CT3. Then another one I picked up right away is a MLP12. This actually breaks the quick link on your chain free. You stick that in, you squeeze it, and it snaps it free, and it also will snap it closed as well. So another great tool I picked up. Instead of using my hands, it was virtually impossible trying to break that chain free and reconnect it most of the time, especially on brand new links. So those are some pretty cool tools there. Another one that's becoming a lot more popular nowadays is a torque wrench. They come in all different sizes and varieties. This is a Ritchie set to 5 Newton meters. The torque wrenches will allow you to tighten certain bolts up, and what are probably very important and that you can check periodically, could be once a month depending how much you ride, but they're set to a certain torque setting. So when you turn this, it will actually click and give just a little bit, letting you know that you reached your perfect torque setting and you can stop turning that. So it's just a quick little thing, and this is small enough you can put in your purse, excuse me, your toolbox, or your Merce. But they also have different versions of these. They got the little ratchet style. This is a 1/4 inch ratchet style. It has a twist knob at the bottom where you can bring it up and raise up to your torque setting from anywhere from 5 or actually 3 Newton meters to 15 Newton meters. And of course they get much bigger than that depending on where you're working on your bike. But one I just picked up that I like a lot is this guy right here. This is the Park Tool ATD-1. This is fits in your hand. It's really ergonomical. Got some good length right here for some torque, and it has different settings. So it starts from 4 Newton meters, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and then all the way to 6. And you just turn this knob right here. They actually put a little Allen tool right here, or an opening, so you can put your Allen tool, because I think it gets a little stiff sometimes. So that's nice of Park Tool to do that. And then it also comes with some bits, so you can go from probably, what is that, 3 millimeter to 4 millimeter to 5 millimeter Allen tool to fit different size bolts. And this is great for tightening your handlebar, clamp plate, the stem bolts on the stem, the pinch bolts, as well as your seat post clamp. Those areas are pretty critical, especially if you're running a lot of carbon material on there. These are gonna keep you from harming anything, clamping down harder than necessary, and just fatiguing those parts out or the frame out sooner than it should. So a real safety item tool right here, and you could use it on all parts of the bike too as well. And once you get the hang of this, I actually use this as a learning device as well to help people gauge how tight a certain bolt goes, whether we're tightening up a cable pinch bolt or a brake cable pinch bolt. We can use this in conjunction with feeling with your hand, and then you can get an idea of how tight things are supposed to be, and then just more confidence. So when you don't have this available, you can have a pretty good idea to put you in the safe area for tightening bolts up. So that's a pretty good starter set right there. Basically we have 3 different styles of Allen tools to work with. We have some chain checkers to check your chain life, and then we have a few different versions of some torque wrenches, and then we got some screwdrivers, most popular the Phillips, and then we have a chain brake tool, and then we also have another tool that breaks and connects the quick link. So here, Bike Teacher, I do teach classes or courses anywhere from a 4-hour beginner class all the way up to a 40-hour or 70-hour for those of you who think you still be a beginner or just an enthusiast or someone who's looking to work at a bike shop as a mechanic. So you can get a certification, a completion of all your hours, and you can also bring in special projects. We can customize classes constantly. We can also accommodate weird schedules. You know, you may have work and school, and you may look to come in on certain days of the week or late night on the weekend or something like that. Not too late. If you like what's going on here, you can go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Even comment, tell me what you like, what you don't like. Tell me what you want to see, what you want to get into and break into. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks.